Hello everyone, welcome to your next Ratchet tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be looking at modals. We'll just take one example. Modals are like custom pages that will slide up and slide down on click. They're just like popovers, but there's a little difference as you will soon see. I'll have to minimize some of these guys so that we can have a clean sheet to work with. Okay, so we have header, and then we have I just want to close up all this. Alright, so we can check out our modal. To write a modal, you have to create the custom modal that should show. Then just like in popovers, you go to the particular link that you want and then link to it using the ID. So what we have here is I could just create a div and give it any random ID. I just call it random modal, any ID of my choice. Then I will create the class and call it modal. The class must be modal. Alright, then inside there we could do the same thing we did in pop-ups, which is like create a header class, create a class. Alright, so we have a header. Then inside the header we have usual bar nav. That's the usual thing we have, and then of course we could just have a link, or we could just have a class. The link, we just create an icon or whatever, call it an icon. What's the icon? Close. For closing the modal, then we take it to the right of the modal and give it a link. We'll link it to the whatever ID we give here. So we'll just put a hash and link it. So that's just it. Okay, this is the link that will form the close sign, the X sign you usually use to close windows, like this one is on the modal. Then the next thing we want to do right there is to put the title of the modal. All we have is a class equals to title. We call it modal. Alright, and the next thing we want to do is a div. The div will now form the content of the modal. The div here will have class and we can call it content. Alright, and right there we could start typing stuff. I could just put it in a p tag. P stands for paragraph, and set my p tag. I could just call it just to make it nice, not really compulsory. I will use a content padded. It's not really compulsory. Then I could just type things. I could just type things in here, just like that. That users will read when they click a particular link. So well, our modal, we've created it somewhere in our page, and remember, it's not inside, it's not within the contents page, contents div. What we have here is these things are, this is content. Now when I minimize it, you see that the modal is not inside the content, so it's somewhere outside there. So the page will ignore it. It will be ignored. It will be invisible until someone clicks a link that fires it up. So whatever link that will fire it up should have this. So I could just come here somewhere and just choose any of my links. This is the settings. The links at the bottom of the phone, the page there. I could just link it to random modal. So when someone clicks on settings, it fires up this modal, and when they click on it again, it disappears. Alright, I've saved it. I'll go and let's run it. I'll refresh the page. Once someone clicks on settings, what happens? The modal pulls up. And what does it say? I could just type things in here, or whatever. Then at the end, I could just close it. Same thing. See, it's quite easy, and then somehow it's different from pop over. Pop over, depending on the one you want to use for the day, you could just use any of them. Alright, thank you. See you in my next tutorial.